Penne Alla Vodka, a restaurant quality meal in minutes using a few pantry ingredients. It smells wonderful. I can't wait to taste it. Hi, come cook with me. I'm Stella V, and today we'll be preparing a wonderful Penne Alla Vodka. We are taking the mystery out of Italian meals. With a few simple staple ingredients, we can prepare a restaurant quality dinner with a rosé sauce. And a rosé sauce is simply a tomato-based sauce along with some heavy cream. So we have penne, vodka. We also need butter, oil, a shallot, garlic, a few chili flakes, and some chicken broth. We're starting off with using the saute function, and we're not using our lid. And if you notice, that little handle on the side, perfect for setting the lid on. The pot is set to saute, and we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to let that heat up for about a minute before we add our shallot, and 1 tablespoon of butter. Now that the butter is melted, it's hot enough to add the shallot. We'll give it a quick stir, and we're waiting for the shallot to turn a little bit translucent. That's been sauteing for about a minute. You can see how it's bubbling and sizzling, and now we're going to add the 2 cloves of minced garlic. The garlic has been simmering with the shallot for about a minute, and now we're ready to add more flavor by putting in about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. We're going to stir that all together and let all the flavors develop and brown slightly. And now it's time for the vodka. I've got about a half a cup of vodka, and that is going to deglaze the pot, add flavor, and we're now going to add 2 cups of tomatoes crushed. Give it all a good stir. We're going to let this simmer for about a minute before we turn off the saute function. And if you're enjoying our videos, please subscribe. I have so many more to share with you. We're now going to cancel the saute function. The sauce has been simmering for about a minute, and we're going to add a pinch of red pepper flakes just for a little kick. Time to add a couple of grinds of pepper and some salt. And of course, I'm always using my Peugeot. They are the best pepper mills, bar none. We've let that simmer for about a minute, and now we've turned off the saute function. Give it a good stir, and we're ready for the pasta. We're adding the penne, and we're just going to make sure that you don't stir them, but just leave them all in nice layer, one nice layer. It's time to add 1.5 cups of chicken stock. Again, it's really important now not to stir anything. The pasta is in, the liquid is in, the sauce is here. We're going to take the lid now, put the lid on, make sure that the button is set to the sealing position. So now we're setting pressure cook, and that's going to be for 5 minutes. Today we're making the classic Penne Alla Vodka, but you can always change it up by adding some fresh or frozen peas. Now originally it was said to be made with a hot pepper vodka, but now we just use a regular vodka and we just add a pinch of red pepper flakes. Now it's taken about 5 minutes to come up to pressure, and as soon as it does, it'll set the timer for 5 minutes, and now it'll start counting down. And while we're waiting for our pasta to cook, this is a perfect time to grate our Parmesan cheese, which we will be using as a garnish. And if you're going to grate cheese, make sure you have a microplane. And if you don't have a microplane, there's a link in the description of this video where you can click. It'll take you to microplane products on Amazon, and you'll just be able to find a wonderful assortment there. And you can see how effortlessly you can grate this big block of Parmesan. The count has now gone to 0, and we're going to give the pot a quick release by moving the button from sealing to venting and let any of that steam that's still in the pot escape. Okay, time for the lid to come off. We're giving this a good stir now. And now we're adding half a cup of cream. Give it a good stir, and you can see that beautiful rosé color that is indicative of a wonderful vodka sauce. Now, the cream I've used is a 10% cream, which is quite a light cream. You can use a heavier cream up to 35% if you want a richer flavor. And if you're watching your calories or want it to be a little bit more health-wise, you can even use 5% or even milk. Give it another stir, and we'll let it sit for 5 minutes. The keep warm function is on, and that is just going to warm the sauce, incorporate the cream, and let it thicken a little bit. It smells wonderful. I can't wait to taste it. We've just plated our Penne Alla Vodka, and we're going to give it just a touch of ground pepper and adding that wonderful cheese we freshly grated. And garnish it with just a little bit of freshly chopped flat leaf parsley. Penne Alla Vodka, a restaurant quality meal in minutes using a few pantry ingredients. That is delicious. I do hope you will try this recipe. Let me know. Make sure you subscribe, and you won't miss any of my future recipes. When you subscribe, make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know how your family enjoyed it.